Hey guys, my name is Ben, and I've been in digital marketing in some aspect for almost 14 years now. I've been doing Amazon paid advertising for close to 5 years now at the corporate level. I've had a lot of success with it, and I kind of spread out a little bit and started getting clients, and I've been loving it. I do not have an ebook to sell you. I don't have a course for you to join to get information. I will be teaching you everything that I can think of that's made me successful, and hopefully I can learn from you guys as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's build a successful campaign. Okay, so if we go over the AMS or Amazon campaign types and function, this is really your core of your account. So if you're new and you're trying to set it up, this is how you would start. So there's several different types of campaigns. There's also several different targeting types. And we will just run through each one, and I will probably add on some from my experience, some things to each one here. The most used, or at least the most that I use and most people I know use, are the sponsored products. So basically, that's keyword bidding or product targeting. So you can either bid by keywords or you can choose to list out ASINs that you want your product to appear on. So it would appear on your competitors' listings, which I will definitely get into in a whole video because I love product targeting, but I'll show you specifically how to use it and how to use it well. Um, there's also sponsored brands. So sponsored brands is you get the top premium placement at the top of search results page. You get a banner. You can showcase 3 products. You can also click an option to make those 3 products dynamic based on what users search. I've had good luck and not so good luck with that. But you will have your logo that you create, and it's this nice looking storefront preview basically. You can have it linked to your Amazon store, and each product in the banner will link to the product page that it belongs to. If you don't have an Amazon store, but you have 3 products and you want to try this ad, there's a function in there, type in there called landing page, and Amazon will build you a custom landing page. It's really basic, where you can go and you'll see the 3 products listed. So there's that, and I will get into that in some more detail as well. But for most part, you're going to want to focus on sponsored products, keyword bidding when you start out. I mean, that is the most common one, and there is a reason why I still use it the absolute most. I'll briefly touch on sponsored display right now, and I'll probably be the end of it because I've had, in my opinion, or at least with the accounts that I manage and I run, it's just a waste of spend. So for you, it could be really good. I don't know. It's big. It's really a top of funnel program. It's not meant for getting a lot of conversions, basically, because it broadcasts your ad everywhere and just random spots on Amazon. They try to be, targeting with it. The only cool part is it does follow you off site, so it'll follow your customers off site, kind of in a retargeting type way where you might see it on other websites that your customer went to, that once they hit your page, kind of a tracking cookie there. It's very big for getting your impressions out. You just blast with impressions, but a very low conversion rate. At least, again, everything is my personal experience. I'm on my 4th brand now, and I've tried display for each one to, appease the higher ups and those that hired me and say, like, hey, like, we tried it and this is what you get. And no one really wanted me to continue or put a lot of budget into that. Okay, so targeting types. So you're going to go in there and you're going to set up not only the type of campaign that you see, but you're going to set up your targeting type. So there's manual, auto, and product. And if you're just starting out, I would start with manual and auto. Auto is the simplest to set up. It is great for starting out because it will allow Amazon to find keywords they think is relevant to your product for you. So make sure your listing is really optimized and very detailed with keywords. Amazon does look at that. It looks at the product specs that you load into the back end as well. And it places you by keywords and by products. So it will find a product that's close to what you're selling and put it on a product page. The only thing I don't like about auto, is that you give a lot of power to Amazon, and sometimes Amazon thinks, oh, this will be good, and ends up being really bad. So to combat that, there is negative targeting that I will touch on in a whole other video for sure. It's huge for auto. You have to use the search term report and the negative targeting for auto, and we will go into that. I will do a whole explanation. We'll do it step by step on how to do that. But it lets you set each bid yourself, and so you'll look at like close match, loose match, substitutes, complements will be your options. I would just start with the close match and the loose match. You'd be surprised. Loose match might sound like it's not as relative, and it kind of lets Amazon go off the rails, but I've seen a lot of success with loose match, and especially starting out, you just want to figure out what keywords you want. But let's say you really know your keywords, you understand the bidding, and you're like, all right, I know what I want to go up for, at least to start out. Manual is definitely the way to go. You'll be able to sit and you can choose. Amazon does a really good job now of suggesting keywords, usually. So again, have your listing really optimized. If not, there's a lot of keyword tools out there that I've used. Jungle Scout's one, Helium 10's one. I am not affiliated with either one. I'm not making a commission by saying that. So those are just tools that I've used in the past, and they're popular FBA tools as well, and you can use them at a corporate level very well. So let's say you use a keyword tool, you get your keywords in, or you just used Amazon suggested keywords, you'll start making bids there on the keywords you want to try. Amazon will set a medium range in which they're saying that people are spending for each keyword, so they'll give you the low, the high, and then suggest the middle. Do not be afraid to go lower than the floor that Amazon sets on each keyword. It will spend. Typically it will spend. If it doesn't, at least gives you a ground floor to work with. And if you go a few days and they're not spending because you set it lower than the Amazon suggested floor, then you can start increasing, bids slowly till you get it to start spending. So you can do that for manual and auto too. Auto also sets a floor, a medium, and a ceiling in terms of how competitors are bidding. Again, you can set it lower. Do the same thing. I set them lower all the time, and that's usually how I always start, just to see what kind of bids we get. You never know. There's competitors run out of budget, and all of a sudden yours will pop up for cheaper because there's not enough people in the auction to drive up the price to what Amazon says is the medium. So you never know. Okay. Product targeting. I call it ASIN targeting. I've had huge success with this, especially driving incremental sales. So the reason I say that is if you're working corporate, you're going to hear that a lot from officers and, sales VPs, marketing VPs. So incremental sales are sales you typically wouldn't have gotten unless you took some kind of measure. So that would be, this is why I love product targeting. You took your competitor's sales. So what that means is you did a whole campaign, and the only time it spent was when it showed your product on the ASINs you targeted on their pages, and you got sales from that. So imagine someone's looking at, Nike and Adidas and a pair of shoes for Nike, and Adidas has an ad on their product page. And someone decides, oh, I actually like these Adidas shoes better. They're similar to Nike. They're cheaper. They have good reviews. I like them. And they click that ad and they buy the Adidas. Well, that's an incremental sale. A person wasn't looking at your brand. They were looking at someone else's brand, and you converted them your way. So that's where product targeting is really good. Again, I'm going to go into full video on that, though, because there's a lot of things you have to put into consideration if you want to be successful. You want to compare, especially reviews, your reviews to who you're targeting, your price to who you're targeting. If your price is way higher, I wouldn't even try. Unless you have like amazing reviews and their reviews suck, then I would go ahead and try if your price is way higher, but I'll do a whole video on that. So I hope this is helpful to get you started. If you have any questions, just let me know. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead, and the next video I believe is just going to be explaining ad groups, which is your subset in your campaigns that makes everything very organized and very efficient with your spend and your optimization. So yeah, so I hope this is helpful, and I will see you then.